With a brand new month means a brand new chapter of Redo of Healer, Seraph of the Inn. So there are a couple things that I want to clear up in this chapter, and the first one being that Shinoa's ass pull and her huge strength, increase, actually has some real world examples that have actually happened. Especially with loved ones, if they're ever in danger, they gain a huge amount of strength called hysterical strength. But another thing that I want to clear up in this chapter is, man, I might be having a new fetish here, bro. Shinoa and Shane's hot.
You nasty motherfucker!
A lot of the fan base thinks that the Shinoa squad is just full of idiots because they compare everyone to Yuichiro. So, one of the things is, there's actually some people with brain cells in this chapter in the Shinoa squad that we actually see. So the first thing we see is Shinoa and Shane's, and basically, Shinoa's character turned way around 360, 720, way different of a character, where she says she has fallen in love with you, and then she makes very rude jokes that aren't even like her usual quirk jokes that are actually funny. She was actually just being completely rude, just calling Sika Mao Dao the first vampire, or whatever you want to call him, pretty weak and, whatever. In the story, Sika Mao Dao, the first vampire, has always said that Shinoa was a very strong vessel, and, maybe because this was hinted at earlier, this ass pull is kind of like, well, she's just a stronger type of person. I'm going to use real world examples of why this ass pull just kind of makes sense a little bit. There's a rare phenomenon that happens called hysterical strength, where humans gain superhuman strength. Usually when another person is in danger is when they have hysterical strength, and here are some examples. Before May of 1962, Jack Kirby, the guy who created Hulk, claims a woman lifted a car off of her baby. So that's just one example, but more recent things. 2013 in Oregon, teenage sisters Hannah, age 16, and Haley, age 14, lifted a tractor to save their father pinned under.
Two girls from Oregon are being called heroes after they pulled a 3,000-pound tractor off their father's chest. Haley and Hannah Smith were just walking up the street last week when they heard their father scream.
He goes, "God help me, save me."
The tractor had overturned and landed on Jeff Smith's chest with such force it bent the steering wheel. The sisters called 911 but knew they didn't have time to wait for help.
I said, "Lift it, help me lift it." I don't even know why, because I knew I wasn't going to be able to lift it, but that was the only thing I could do.
Usually this happens when another person's in danger, but I would say Shinoa gained hysterical strength by declaring her love for you, and maybe she could think that you, Yuichiro, which, to be honest, bro, Yuichiro doesn't deserve Shinoa. They should make Aishi a reality, Aiki and Shinoa a reality, because, man, I honestly deserve her a lot more than Yuichiro, because I would actually pay attention to her. Alright, no, but seriously, she could say that maybe you was in danger and then she gained a crap ton of strength. I like that Kimuzuki and Yoichi actually grew a couple of brain cells and said, well, Gurren, we just don't trust you. I mean, both of them, had their lives affected by Gurren, where both of their sisters were involved somehow. I mean, Gurren killed Kimuzuki's sister, and then in an earlier part of the story, Gurren told Yoichi that her sister's body was stored somewhere. Since both of them have been affected by Gurren, it just makes little sense that they're not too trusting of him. I want to explain a little theory that I have with Kimuzuki and Yoichi, but I need to explain a little bit of what's happening. So basically, Yoichi pointed his bow at Gurren and said, "I'll kill you because, was you're my sister a part of the whole plan?" And if he says, if I said it was, then he said, then I'll kill you. My theory is, even though Gurren poured his heart out, Kimuzuki and Yoichi, even though Yoichi did falter and lower his bow a bit, they still don't trust him completely. I mean, they are one of the more level-headed people in their whole 5-man team group, the whole Shinoa squad group. They are not like you, even though you has a special exception with him, which I will go over in this video as well. A lot of people are mad, especially at you. You has always been a very stupid character, and we understand that. A lot of people have been bringing up on the subreddit of I ShinoaSimper42069. Yes, there's a subreddit. You should go check it out if you're a fan of the series. Hell, a lot of you are probably watching this because I know I will post this in the subreddit. Hi. A lot of people have been saying that he's in a desperate situation. I would say yes, he's always has been in a desperate situation. So, if any good news is at the end of the tunnel, he'll probably take it. Now, I say that is somewhat reasonable. I'm no human psychologist, but if shit literally hit the fan and nothing went my way, I would probably be desperate 24/7 until something actually good happens to me, and then I actually gain some sense back. Krill is very upset about the situation at hand because if the first awakes, she said it's all over. This useless fighting won't amount to anything. So, she said she's going to silence everyone by force. The ones involved, Yoichi and Kimizuki, is what I meant by everyone. But, something very important happened. Best Sister appears and says, "Don't worry, everything will be solved. It'll all work out good in the end." Yeah, you heard me. Yeah, Mahiru's best sister. Don't at me. After awkward touching time, one hand on the shoulder, come on you, that's pretty bold and brave of you. She explains how everything has been a part of the first plan and everybody is the guinea pig of the first. And, I forgot to mention this earlier because I was explaining a couple of things that was happening in the story, but Ashura is the enemy. So she leaves the dream world, the demon world, whatever world that was, to go tell you back in the human world exactly what happened. And after everything that was told, Yuichiro decided to actually go into the demon whatever mystical dream world to confront Ashura. Probably be like, "Hey, are you trying to use me? What are your plans?" But Ashura's gonna be like, nothing man, bro. I'm just your friend." Something like that. I didn't bring it up until the end of the video because a lot of light novel readers would know that what happened at the end of Seraph in the end, Gurren Shinosuke Seraph at age 16, his entire family was basically massively murdered by Mahiru. The people who only have read the mangas wouldn't have known that, but they clearly did hint it where Mahiru did grab Gurren's shoulder and, gave a very sad face. Yes, they should have died, including Gurren, but Gurren decided to do something very, dangerous, I guess I would say. He is the reason why the world is just, fucked. Overall, Kagami really needs to write female characters a lot better because Shinoa just basically did not feel like Shinoa. I'm glad she's gotten more character development, even though it's all about romance. I have to say that this is written good, except the female characters. It's hard for the authors to write the opposite gender of stories, but, not everyone has a hard time. It's just, usually it's hard for a person to write of the opposite gender. I'm trying to create stories, and I write females very awkwardly, not the best female. Personal opinions aside, I will say that everyone should give Seraphine a chance. You should read the manga, it is way ahead. It's been 5 years, we won't ever get a season 2. And yes, I said season 2. Season 1 had 2 parts like how ReZero has 2 parts for season 2. It had a season 2 part 1 and it had a season 2 part 2. The time that I'm recording this, it is still going on. So I want Seraphine to get season 2. If you want that to happen, please pray for me. And if you don't believe in praying, please wish upon the stars for me. to win the lottery. Because I tell you what, motherfuckers. I tell you what. If I win the lottery, right, a decent amount, let's just make up a number like 70 million, I promise you, I will donate $5 million to make season 2 of Seraph the End. Why 5 million? Well, I'll explain in another episode later, but I really do hope you enjoyed this video. I did do some different edits. I did try adding memes and jokes. I will try making better content, and I'm sorry that you had to sit through this long video. I hope you did enjoy it, though. Am I talking in circles? Anyways, bye.